everybody, how's it going? Look, we went live early, so no one's watching us right now.
Nice.
Can you?
I could hear. I could hear you perfectly fine. Was the countdown a little glitchy for you, or was I going crazy?
No, if you're talking about what you're seeing compared to what we're seeing on the live stream, it's a delay.
Oh, okay.
So no, I think you're fine. So,
all right, yeah, because I got everything running on my end. We're hanging.
Mm-hmm.
We're on. We're across the spectrum of live streaming services.
So we're on multiple things right now. Hey, we already got Kevin Gaming Channel in here. Yeah, he's been following me for a little while, which I appreciate. So, do we have anybody on yours yet? Anybody jump in there?
Demon came in already. I want to be careful. I don't want to talk over people because we're getting people from both ends of the aisle here coming, having this big homeostasis of a stream. So
To be honest, I wish we could merge the chats,
like the chats and everything, and have your chat going and then my chat. I wonder if we were able. I don't know how we'd be able to do that.
There is a way, because I've seen. I think it's Camelot 331. He does it on his Rumble and his what do you call it? His YouTube, and he sees one. I just got to figure out how to do it. I haven't done it yet. So
because I know that for Twitch, there's a special plugin where we could co-stream, and I don't know, but though if that allows you to bring in like your chat and whatnot, but hey, whatever, we're doing it. We're doing this now, and it seems to be working out quite well.
Did you hit the co-stream thing when you came into Streamlabs? I mean StreamYard?
No, I did not.
That's probably why. I think Punisher, when he did it merged the two chats.
I didn't even see the co-stream button, but we could. That's fine. We could. Well, we'll look at it another time.
Play with some of the settings now. You might be able to do it now. I don't know what you're seeing, and we've only just begun, so we should be fine.
This is true. This is true.
We've only just begun, because if people are jumping in, they're going to be like, "Hey, these guys are just kind of BSing for the moment," because we are going to react to that video. Did you watch the whole thing earlier?
I did not watch any of it.
You did not watch any of it? You just watched the console.
I just watched the console video, dude.
Oh, I remember how you said it before. You said council.
Oh,
yeah,
like council.
Yeah, like a council, of.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, and
it's my Midwest, dude.
And it was really upsetting somebody. What was it, last week?
Oh,
no, funny. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
It's so silly to get upset about something like that. It's not like I talk with, and no offense, like a heavy, like Bostonian accent. Like those guys are rough around the edges. Those really heavy Boston accents.
Nick, are you seeing the chat by any chance? Can you see the chat?
I'm not looking at your chat because I have our window open at max.
Okay. So, do you have another way to look at the chat? Because
I do.
Someone said, "Hey,
I will actually look at the chat on my phone." That's the way I got to do it, because I have my chat box window open here. Too much. Pink Demon says too much of Chicago in here. Yeah, unfortunately. But I was telling.
I wish I could see your chat too. Because the way I'm doing it, I'd have to pull up a third chat, and
that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm putting up your stream right now on my phone, and I have chat here. There we go. Kevin Gaming Channel, what's poppin', dude? Thanks for stopping by.
Are you seeing? Are you seeing it in real time there? You should be, right?
It's going to be real time. Yeah.
Okay.
It's real time.
Now, okay, Risky says that he's a little upset that it's $70. What do you think about that price? Before we get into the actual video, since you haven't seen it, my buddy Alex sent it to me, and I'm like, oh my God, I forgot it was today. And I was like, all right, let me just watch it. And I just went, and like he's at work texting me, and we're having this long conversation about the things we like and the things we don't like. So when you said you were doing the video, Can you link it in the chat? Can you link your video in the chat? Because I ended up not doing it because I said screw it.
Do I have the ability to do that?
Yeah, you can just send the link to your video in the chat on the side, so everybody can watch it later. Not now. Don't leave the.
I'll get it. I'll get the video ready for later, because I think that works out better. Because when we're dipping out, it'll give them. We could dump some extra links for some stuff that you've done and stuff that I did. That way, people can open up some tabs and check some more stuff out later.
See, I actually was going to. I told you I was going to do the reaction to just the console, but when you did it, I was like, you know what? I think after our live stream, I'm just going to share your video because I'm going to talk about it here.
Okay.
So I was like, it's almost a little redundant and people will be seeing this.
Well, I think, your opinion differs than mine. And I think we're going to end up going over. I'm staying away from controller stuff, dude. All right. That's your game. I'm not. I am not doing anything with the what?
Did you see the new Pro controller?
That caught me off guard at the end. That caught me off guard.
We'll talk about when we get there, but I'm buying it, right?
I might have to get it too. I might have to get it too. I don't know.
Do you know I'm going to do an unboxing?
Yeah, you should. And you should.
Those videos do way too well. Oh, did I tell you what I did this week? Before we get into the Zelda thing, I sold off over 200 games.
Unbelievable.
From PS2, PS3, PS4, Dreamcast, and PSP. Because I sold off about 90% of my Xbox games earlier this year. And then when I get my Poly Mega in and install the games on the Poly Mega, I'm going to sell off my Genesis and my Saturn and my Sega CD.
Entry fee for Saturn games are way too high.
It's stupid. I'm keeping my console.
I love the way the console looks too.
I love my console, but yeah.
No, yeah, because like Legend of or Panzer. I'm thinking Legend of Dragoon PlayStation, which I do have. That should actually be on my list for RPGs. But I digress.
Panzer Dragoon, it's good. But
Panzer Dragoon, but that's a $300-400 CD.
Yeah.
And who knows if that CD is going to work? I paid $40 for an OG copy of Shenmue for Dreamcast. Doesn't work. And it's common. It's common that the data goes bad on the first Shenmue game discs.
Oh, I haven't tried mine because I bought it years ago. Oh, that's gonna
give it a shot. Let me know. Let me know if it works for you, dude. It was disappointing. I got to the main screen and it just didn't go anywhere else. Hence, since I do own the game, I do have it running on an emulator on my Steam Deck, so I could play it on that. Though I have not yet fully pursued playing.
What's funny, I just look at the chat right now and I see RFRR25 says, I'm going to get Breath of the Wild. And I'm like, wait, you haven't bought it yet? I'm not that much better because after what are we on? 6 years now? I went back. I only had 20 hours of gameplay and hadn't beaten one Divine Beast. So now I'm finishing it before the new one comes out. All that stuff I sold, I paid off 6 games over the next 2 months.
Are you happy with what you got? Really quickly, are you happy with the money or whatever trade-in value and money and everything that you got out of that? 200 games?
Well, a lot of them were, not gonna lie, PS3 and PS2 games that were maybe $2 to $4 titles. So they gave me very, very good. I was expecting for what I had about $700. They gave me 640, and I was like, that's fine. Because I was going to sell it on Facebook Marketplace for about 700 because I knew what I was selling, and I only sold a couple of high rolling games, but not too many. So I think the most expensive one that I sold was $100. Everything else was about $40 or less.
Gotcha. Well, as long as you're happy with it, man, I bet.
Yeah, I was. I still have $140 in credit. I ended up walking away with 4 games that day and 6 new games completely paid off.
Nice.
So.
No, that's really great.
Oh, whoa! I just read that last one. Are you reading the last?
Yeah. I was gonna say risky. I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Risky statement.
Yeah, that's a risky statement right there.
Dad jokes.
I think that the hardware. Nintendo Switch hardware is dying.
It's old. It's old. It was old when it came out.
Yeah, exactly. It was old when it came out. So yeah, if you're gonna look at it in that perspective, the hardware is dying really bad. Nintendo as a company, they just got one of their theme parks up and running. They have one in Japan. They're putting another one in Florida.
There's one that's going to be built down the street from me.
Literally.
Yeah, it's about 20 minutes away from my house.
They're gonna have,
and I'm like, by expressway.
Yeah, and
then I jump on 2 expressways, and I'm there in 20 minutes.
You have the Mario movie that's coming out this week, by the way.
Yes, I will be seeing that. I'm going to try to see it on Friday.
Because are they having a midnight release on Thursday? I don't have anybody to go with me. I can't be a single grown man going to the Mario movie at midnight by myself. I just can't do it.
You're right. You're right.
If I didn't care as much as I do, I would go. But
where you live, I also wouldn't go outside at midnight at all.
I wouldn't see it in the city. I would go out to the suburbs. But I think
I'll walk. I don't have any problem. I'll walk around my neighborhood at midnight, like in my underpants, and that's bad. No, I wouldn't do it in my.
I would be careful with that. The pink demon on my chat goes, "Dress younger, you'll fit in." Like that, like, hey, kiddos meme with what's his name?
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, Steve Buscemi. Hello, kiddos. Wear a backwards hat. Bringing my skateboard.
You just got to shave. You got to shave.
She's not insinuating you're old at all, I swear. Well, 38, I'm getting up there. Playing on their mom's tablet and on Nintendo consoles. Yeah.
Yeah, that is sad because when you're out and you see the kids, they're just on their phone. I'm like, hey, the thing which is the saddest to me is someone who goes to theme parks quite often because, I don't live too far from them. I'll see more kids on their phones than actually paying attention to Universal Studios
and they shouldn't have went to the park.
Or Disney World.
So jaded, man.
It's sad. Yeah. And especially with this Epic Universe coming out, and you've got the new Harry Potter land that they're adding, the How to Train Your Dragon, the Universal Monsters, and Nintendo World. I would be phone is only for taking pictures.
Not only that, dude, parents are paying so much money to bring their kids into these parks. It's not the cheapest. It's not the cheapest thing to do, to like go into these parks and even get how quick is your fast pass? You still have to wait.
Well, for me, it's included, so I don't have to pay for it. But there are the lines, the express pass and the fast pass lines. But man, Risky's saying some things over here.
They have opinions for sure.
I was like, okay, kids know who Mario is. Everybody knows.
Everyone knows who Mario is for sure.
Mario I think he's back to the point where in the 80s, more kids knew Mario than they knew Mickey and Mickey Mouse. And I think Mario's back to that. I think more people know who Mario is, especially kids, than Mickey Mouse because Disney's gotten just awful. But Legend of Zelda, did you beat what do you call it? Breath of the Wild?
I did. And remember, I played Breath of the Wild on my Wii U console.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yep, because it just didn't make any sense. It took me until it took me till late last year to repurchase Mario Kart. Because I completed
Deluxe?
Yeah, I completed Mario Kart 8 100%. 3 stars, everything on my Wii U. And so I was like, do I really want to do this? But then the new DLC courses and everything, I'm like, okay. So I found a used copy for like $40, $43.
Whoa, saying Joel from Last of Us is more popular than Link.
No.
No.
And
the Last of Us games combined did not sell as much as what was it, Breath of the Wild? Breath of the Wild is what, the 4th or 5th best-selling game on the Switch? I can't remember. I know Mario Kart is still number 1. Mario Kart Deluxe 8 is.
But Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is one of the all-time selling games just in general. Now maybe there's a lot of hype around The Last of Us right now from the show, which I know people are saying how great the show is, I currently right now have no interest in watching it.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not paying for HBO. I'm not paying
I got
for
it for
HBO
free.
right now.
The only reason I watch HBO is because it comes free with my cell phone provider.
Oh, perfect.
So that's the only reason. But that's how I got to watch Mortal Kombat. That's how I got to watch the DC movies when I do watch them. I watched all the Harry Potter movies because of that, even though I had them on Blu-ray. It's just, it's like, it's easy to watch there, but I never liked The Last of Us. I thought it was a, just jumping on the zombie hype train. And I think the story's very poorly written, but that's me.
I played the first game and I thought it was fantastic years ago when it was on PS3. Didn't bother needing to play the remake, and I unfortunately have zero interest to play the last one.
Yeah, I'm not.
Whatever Last of Us 2 is. The gameplay looks really redundant. I think the art, the graphic fidelity of the game looks phenomenal. The animation looks really great. The violence and everything looks top notch, and even the gameplay does look really good. But there's just something in me that I just don't have. I've been playing Mario games this past weekend. I replayed Odyssey. Yeah. I did all the missions. I started Galaxy. I'm having more fun doing that. You know what I have to do is I'm like maybe an hour into God of War for PS4. Not Ragnarok, the other one. And I hate to say it, it runs kind of rough on there, man.
Yeah. I tried to start playing it on PS5 and I'm bored. I've just never been a fan of Sony's more popular IPs these days. I like their older stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't like Horizon. I don't like God of War, and I don't like Last of Us. Not saying they're bad. They're just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, same.
It feels like they're overly cinematic and less focused on gameplay. And that's why I really love Nintendo IPs, because they're more gameplay. Mm-hmm. So, but hey, look what they did to my favorite IPs on Xbox. So Halo's just sad these days, and Gears 5 was just sure.
It was not. I was going to ask you, because I think you have a Gears tattoo, right?
I have two.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what you thought about the last Gears game.
It was mid.
Yeah, that's kind of disappointing.
It wasn't bad. It was just the fact that they just gave the focus to this new chick out of nowhere, where the story in 4 kind of didn't lead that way. It's like, and then we're going to call it Gears 5, and then we're going to make you use this new chick. And I'm like, why? What happened? Why aren't we using JD? He's there. And I was like, okay, I really like JD. I like the Dom. I liked Marcus and Dom a lot.
Yeah, those guys were the best, dude.
Dom was my favorite character
in multiplayer. I played as Cold Train?
Cold Train.
He was awesome.
Cold Train. Oh yeah, the entire squad was great.
The original squad was awesome. I mean, I would play, what is it, Horde or whatever with Ninja Turtles, dude, just all night. That's all we would do. We'd get our other buddies in on a match. This was back when, Xbox 360. And we would just play Horde all night.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to leave it up to you. We're almost at 9:30, the original live stream time. Do you want to kick off this video now, or do you want to wait the next 7 minutes? I think we should just do it now. What do you think?
Sure. Yeah. Put it on. Let's watch it. Because the video itself is like almost 15 minutes, right?
I think it's 18. I think it was 18. Let me double check. I want to say, but yeah, you're right. It's about that time.
Do we want to be purists and watch the BS talking?
No, we're both wrong. 13:47. Yeah, we're gonna watch everything.
Okay,
we're going to watch it all.
I'm gonna watch it on my monitor here.
So, all right, let me open up my other window and go back. Here we go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series. First, I have some news.
Japanese.
Development on the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is now complete.
I would hope so. That when they said that, I was like,
I would hope so.
Many of you are looking forward to this game.
It comes out like in a month and a half.
Trailers so far. Although it'll just be a brief glimpse, I'm going to actually play the game for you all today and show you
I'm
what
out of
it's
G
like.
Fuel.
Oh boy.
Okay,
I have some
let's
water
begin.
here.
Oh, thanks.
Here we
ask
are
me
in the
something.
land of Hyrule. Like The Legend of Zelda Breath of
What
the
frame
Wild,
rate are we
there's a
looking
vast
at?
world to
30
explore.
frames? That's 30 frames.
Of course,
That's
it's
a
not
30
just the
frame
same
stutter.
world as is. It's changed in many ways. If we talk about all
Visually,
of the
the
changes
game
today,
looked exactly
we'll run
the
out
same.
of time, so we
Yeah,
hope you'll seek
which-
them out for yourself when the game launches.
I don't know. You either love it or
In this game, the
like
vast
me,
world
don't
of
really care.
Hyrule
The only
reaches
thing
high into the sky. You'll notice
was
some
really
landmasses
hoping
floating up there.
that we'd get
We
a
call them
brand new
Sky
Zelda
Islands.
game
Yeah, me too.
instead of an exact sequel, but
You're probably
supposedly-
wondering something.
supposedly,
How do you get to the Sky
allegedly,
Islands when they're so
um,
high up?
this was supposed to be DLC. They just couldn't do it. So
If we
it became
take a
its own
look,
game.
oh,
Ooh.
something's falling from the sky. Do you see it? I wonder what that is. Let's head over to it.
It's a rock. It's a flaming poo.
We're almost at the spot
Giant
where the
rock.
object fell.
I look at this and I remember, oh, the stamina bar for when you're
Here it is.
when you're climbing. Hated it.
Okay,
I
let's use
hated
one of
it.
Link's new abilities. If you do this on the rock that just fell,
And he looks Greek. Link is very Greeky.
look, it
He is
started rising.
definitely very Greekish.
This power is known as recall, which rewinds an object's movement. Since I just used recall on the
It can't
fallen
be
rock,
comfortable
I can now
running
rise into the sky.
All over
We're a lot
Hyrule
closer
in
to the
those
Sky
sandals.
Islands. Let's use the paraglider to reach one of them.
I definitely agree.
There are
Very
a few other
uncomfortable.
Sky Islands floating here too.
He's got some balls to do that.
I'd be terrified.
I made it. There
Like,
are lots of
one
ways to reach
thing
the
I
Sky
thought is
Islands, so we
everything
hope you'll
looks the
try a
same.
few different methods.
That is just a texture map too. If you look at it, it's just a
Okay.
texture map.
Now we're on a slightly bigger Sky
You see
Island.
that?
Just like on the surface.
And you've
there
been
are
playing Breath
several
of the
man-made
Wild
structures.
recently.
Yeah.
Some trees
I
are
was
So it's,
playing it
it's
right
pretty
before.
fresh in your mind.
You won't
Yeah,
see
like
many
right
of those
before we
yellow
got on
trees on the
stream.
surface, though.
Oh wow.
Let's walk around for a bit.
Is the volume too loud? Should I turn it down a bit? Yeah, I'm turning it down.
Yeah,
a bit.
turn it down a tad.
Turn it
There's
turn
a
it to
branch on
halfway.
the ground.
I could hear you a little bit
When
better.
you
Yeah.
find something like this, you should pick it up. It
Yeah,
might
you're gonna
come in
craft
handy
something.
later.
Gonna make a fire out of it, and
Let's
then
continue.
brew up stews, and then eat them for power ups. Because that we all know that was freaking awesome.
This is a brand
Yeah,
new
I had the volume turned all the way up. Now it's
We'll
down
try
enough to
using the
where
branch we just
we're
picked
not
up.
competing with him.
Yeah, yeah.
As soon as it went, oh, pick up a branch. Oh, it broke. They're still doing.
PTSD. Yeah.
We defeated it. Moving on.
Like it feels like the same exact game. Everything looks the same.
Yeah.
Fighting with just a branch won't get us very far. Also, this branch is almost broken.
Is he gonna go find a horde of goblins and then loot their
If we use
their
this
chests
branch
and find a better
walk
weapon?
here
Nope.
And do this. Look, we can stick them together. We created a makeshift hammer. This is called fuse. You can stick objects together to create new weapons with various effects. Let's take on another construct with this fused weapon.
You know what that means?
We're dealing with two of them. At
The
once.
chance of you getting cool weapons and cool looking designs is going to be slim and none. You're going to get goofy stuff like this.
Yeah, yeah.
The
That's
weapon's attack
one
is
thing I was like,
definitely
oh, okay, a rock on a stick.
improved. The other branch broke.
And you can see it doesn't have
Durability.
a durability bar.
You can do all sorts of things by experimenting with the
So
I thought they would put like to
You can fuse two
see
weapons, for example.
yeah, like
how
to give-
durable it
Take
is.
this long stick and
it's
but it
just
just
it'll
says-
just break randomly on you.
Yeah, it just says it's just more
we
durable.
can create a weapon with
So,
a much
I was like,
longer
all
attack
right.
range.
Because that was one thing that bothered me in the old one.
With
There was
this,
no
we
bar
don't
or
have to
anything.
get too close
So you
to
didn't know how
enemies,
durable it
and we
was.
can safely attack from a distance.
Watch the whole thing
And
breaks
yeah,
after
that,
the
that
next
is true.
attack.
This
Fuse
the
arrows
world
with
does look
materials in
empty.
your inventory. For instance, try fusing this leaf to an arrow.
And you still can't swim underwater? Really?
Fuse an ice
Oh,
element
Link will never
material
be
to an
fully
arrow.
voiced. I'm looking at Risky over there.
You
He's
can freeze
he's
the
going
target
off in the
on
chat.
Yeah. Well, you're here to voice your opinions, and we're here to listen.
In addition,
That is like I don't think Link will ever be voiced. I don't think besides his that.
Well, I mean, but listen to how long it took for us to hear Mario just spit a couple words, and now for the first time in 30 plus years,
you got to watch this.
Here's an eyeball you can get by defeating monsters. Fuse it to an arrow and look, it homed in on the target.
Okay, so you have to do that every time though when you're gonna fire.
Well, if you want a homing arrow, which to me is that made it a lot easier when you were trying to hit stuff. I'm like, all right, now you have to worry about geometry and angles and there you just homing.
I do like that. Cool. But how many what's your max number of eyeballs can you store?
I don't know.
In your frickin' inventory. 99?
Let's fight an enemy with this. I blocked with the shield. Okay, there's smoke now. The enemy's lost sight of Link, so attack. Even if you struggle with combat,
is that a sword that he has, or just like a
looked like a dagger of some sorts?
In the previous game,
I can't really tell. Looks like maybe a club sword-ish thing.
Fusing even the weakest weapon with something else could turn it into a useful weapon.
Okay, you're going to see something that I think this game is going to become less about story, less about combat, and more about what you're going to see here.
The river's too wide for that. We need a boat. Of course.
So you're going to go collect logs and items to fuse together a boat.
Yep.
This log and attach it to the second.
And the stuff you need just happens to be lying around.
Then what's the point? Just put a boat there. You know what I'm saying? Like, just put a freaking boat there.
It's a makeshift raft. This is another new ability called Ultra Hand.
My left eye started twitching.
Ultra Hand. I get it. You see what they did there?
The shape of the raft.
It's a Nintendo joke.
You can always attach things or detach them like this.
Oh, the old Power Glove?
No, the Ultra Hand was one of their first toys they created that had the boxing glove with the extension thing where you pull the trigger and it goes boing, boing. And then they even made a game of it on the Wii.
I'm surprised. Oh, I know the game.
Yeah,
I didn't know that it was. I know
it was originally one of their toys way back in the day.
Oh man, I'm surprised I didn't know that. Foolish me.
Wind. It's blowing wind.
Well, you're young. I don't blame you.
So you put that on the back of the raft.
Yeah, and it's like you don't need two, but he's setting it up for two. I'm like, okay, you could have just put one and done the same and done half the work.
Or just already have a boat there instead of wasting my time.
But how many boats did you have in Breath of the Wild that you couldn't use?
There was like no boats. I don't even remember ever using a boat in that game.
Exactly. There were rafts there, but they were just there. They weren't usable.
Since we added 2 fans, we should be able to cross the river in no time. All right, we reached the other side. In the most recent trailer, we showed scenes of Link riding a large car and a flying machine.
He built them.
Those vehicles actually aren't in the game from the start. Instead, you'll be able to freely craft them on your own.
Yeah, so the majority of the game is going to be solving puzzles, building.
And depending on how you use your imagination,
I think that sounds like an absolute snooze fest. MJ says, "Good to see you guys." Hey, MJ.
Hey,
thanks for coming in.
That's my wife.
Oh, hi, wife.
Look, I passed right through.
Now, this thing is cool.
This new ability is called
but
Ascend.
It almost makes things a little too easy.
Through to the floor above you. There are some restrictions, but what's great about this?
I don't know. It doesn't sound like there's restrictions when you get to this next part.
Anywhere. For example, this place has a cave with a hill right above it. If we use the ability here,
And yet the enemy doesn't even bother. Look at that. How easy is this going to be?
Keep going.
This is really interesting.
We
Wow.
emerged at the top of the hill. In the previous game, you had to use stamina to climb a mountain. But in this game, if there's a mountain with a cave like this one, you can now get to the top without having to climb.
How is a couple of feet going to be the difference between like
you're stuck in a cage,
4 or 5 inches of snow and then grass?
Right? Exactly.
I get you're way up in the air, but
yeah, but I will say that ability, I do like that ability. Makes things a lot more convenient.
Some enemies are equipped with fused weapons, so battles will play out a
when
bit
do the
differently.
enemies get the ability to fuse things? I thought your arm was
It blew me away with wind.
the ability.
Looks like it's got some
Great
sort of
question.
Unless these enemies
That looks annoying as hell.
Yeah.
That would piss me off.
Oh well, let's just return to the surface.
Let's
okay,
not.
this is kind of cool, but I'm like, he's really going to go all the way.
It feels so good.
How does that feel?
In the sky,
That would be
you'll able
annoying.
to
It would
look
take
out across the
forever.
land.
Now, how do you get back up
You
there?
can also search for destinations.
Same way you got up there the first time.
Once you've chosen your
Build another boat.
He
Go across the river.
he's going to say there. You got to figure out. There are many ways to get up there. It's up to you to figure it out.
So I want to spend an hour trying to figure out how to
And we're
get
back
back
on
up
the
there.
surface.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's.
But have you noticed what you don't
So
see
many
at
things I'd
all?
like to show you, but
No
let's leave
shrines.
it at that for now.
I was going to ask. What's up with the shrines?
What did you think? Some of Link's new abilities were updated from the previous game. I'm sure some of you watching me play were thinking, wait, if you could do that, then maybe you could do this too. In this game, you can do a lot of things just by thinking about what's even possible. There's still a lot of
It
new
almost
gameplay
feels like they
and
put
mysteries
stuff
and
in there
encounters
just to
we couldn't show
extend
today, but they're all
playtime.
jam-packed into this
It-
unfamiliar
yeah.
Hyrule, and we hope you'll use your
Needless, or you
imagination to
like
explore it.
stuff that is just
That's all for today. Thank you for watching.
sounds like it's going to become quite redundant over time.
I hope not, because Nintendo is pretty good at that. And this is the part which is the thing that I want the most. So you already know what's coming up here because you already covered it.
Yeah, it looks. I'll watch it and I'll give you my opinion.
It's gold. It's gold.
It's gold. That's what I said. I'm like, it's gold. Like,
It's like a gold member. Okay.
I love
Gold.
gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that. It comes out April 28th.
Are
And
they
if my
going
wife-
to have how
If my
limited
wife
of a
is still
run?
watching, she now knows.
How limited
Well,
of a run do you think they're going to have? It looks look at how great
The
that,
thing is,
that
you can
dock
still
looks.
walk into a store around here and get the Splatoon and the Pokemon now. They've just randomly started showing back up. So I think this is going to be the same thing. So,
Look at that Pro
and there we
controller.
go. That
Look at that.
controller. I don't care so much about the case.
It's not bad, but that
But-
that controller, man.
That interesting how they made one handle
Like what,
black
a
and the other
cloud?
one white.
Like for like a cloud, maybe. I don't, or the just the theme of things because this white and this gold type
I-
of thing going on.
Now the thing is, these come out May 12th, while the console comes out on the 28th of April, which is the day before my wife's birthday.
Looks like you're getting yourself a birthday. Your wife a birthday present, huh?
What? What?
Your
So,
wife
yeah.
bought you a new Switch. Let's
So,
open it up
yeah.
together.
There we go. Let's do that. Gonna hit that stop sharing. There we go. So yeah. Now that you saw that, what I want to hear your opinion on that because let's see where it aligns with mine.
Okay. I will not be day oneing this game whatsoever.
I've already paid it off.
You
So
already-
that
you
was
already
one of the games
pre-ordered
that I pre-ordered and paid off.
it?
I didn't get the
This-
the deluxe special edition because impossible. Thank you, Nintendo. Only get it through their site. Last one I was
mean-
able to get was Metroid Dread.
Maybe they're being like extra careful not to show too much to like any dungeon type stuff or any boss battle type stuff. I think they're playing this one pretty close to the chest. They're showing a couple new
That
abilities.
worries me. You know why that worries me? Because now I think after seeing this, we're going to see too much Breath of the Wild rehash.
Mm.
I almost am afraid the combat's going to be completely the same. Exploration.
There'll be a targeting system and everything. Like
the game. It looks like DLC. Looks. I'm hoping it doesn't feel like DLC.
I'm leaving that up to people like you who are going to buy the game and review it.
How long has it been that this game's been officially in production? Not when it was rumored to be DLC, but when they said, all right, we're going to make it a full game.
Wasn't about a couple years.
I think the console came out in 2017. Switch. I want to say it was probably about 2020 when it switched from DLC to full game. That's what I'm going to say. And they went 3 years to make it a full game. But it just doesn't look enough like a brand new game. It almost feels like the Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask step instead of a Wind Waker. Oh crap! What was the one that launched with the Wii? Twilight Princess step. Two completely different games. Mm-hmm. It doesn't feel. It literally feels like over the top DLC, which is.
Well, I think they're just trying to stick with what did well, because Breath of the Wild did very well.
But $70. Does
this not look like $70 worth of?
They're saying that what they put into it. I hope it's not just, it's $70 because now we put so much busy work in there for you. It's going to take you 100 hours to beat the game instead of 50 hours to beat the game.
Well, because of all this little nuanced stuff that they put in.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I don't feel hyped towards this game whatsoever. I don't feel the hype. And just because I don't feel the hype, I just hope that people don't go and don't let me ruin it for you. Like if you're watching this and you're hyped as hell for the game, good for you. It's just this game, the way it looks like right now it's really just not for me. And it sucks because I love Zelda. One of my favorite Zelda games are Link to the Past.
Link
Between Worlds.
Ocarina
of Time.
Ocarina of Time's my favorite, but
an amazing game.
I'm one of those weirdos that the one that I like the least is actually Majora's Mask.
And I own it, but I played like an hour of it and I just really couldn't get into it. And my buddy said, he's like, dude, you should just play it on your 3DS, the graphic, because I have it for a 3DS as well. He's like, the graphics are cleaner and better. But what do we have for the Switch Online Nintendo 64 catalog? Do we have Majora's in there? Because I know Ocarina's in there.
I have my Switch in front of me. Hey, look at
nice.
Look at my Switch. This is my OG Switch, but I do have my OLED. Let's see.
I know my Ninja Turtles is always raving on how amazing the OLED is.
I love the OLED. It's just the OLED I got. At first I liked it, but now I can't stand it because I hate those colors. And I got the one that's the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and the game is terrible. Well, let me rephrase that. The game has so many performance issues that it could have been good if it didn't have those performance issues. Hence, I hate it. There's so many problems. I just can't.
That's really disappointing. And I feel like that's such a disservice towards, real hardcore Pokemon players because.
And I love Sword and Shield. I love Sword. Shield was the first Pokemon game my wife played, and she beat it.
I liked they were just cranking out those Pokemon games though, dude, because they had
Majora's Mask is on here.
Majora's Mask is on there.
I don't know if you can see it.
Okay, good. That's good to know because, dude, every day I keep refreshing Nintendo's website to buy their $50 N64 controller for the Switch.
Yeah, you know what? I've gotten to the point where I don't do that anymore because it's so time consuming. But one thing I have realized that if you follow Nintendo Life and their website, and I'm always on their site.
I'm always on
news.
there too.
I'm always. So
that's my home. That's my
somehow they know when it's going to come out ahead of time. But the only countries that have gotten it so far this year have been Australia and the UK. We haven't got a shipment yet or a restock.
And I just can't bring it to myself to go and spend $100 on one from Japan, because the Japanese one will work perfectly fine. Or I think any areas will work. I just can't bring it to myself to have to pay double
right
for it, because I don't know. Like I want to and you know what's funny is I think a lot of people, maybe younger, they're like, what is this? What is this controller? They're like, this thing is terrible.
Kids these days are hating on it. I'm like, no, this thing was great. This thing was revolutionary.
Yeah, this was something new, and the rumble
it's like,
pack.
What is this stick? Oh, it shakes. That was the craziest thing. It was epic.
And then the Z button below.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's a trigger. It's like a gun. Pew pew pew.
And then then the C buttons for like changing your camera,
which evolved. Sony went, hey, we can make that into a stick. Yep. Tell me the first time you saw that DualShock, you went, why does it have two sticks? Why do you need two sticks? Now it's like,
it's second nature.
Yeah, do I have
second nature?
Where's my control? I've got it. Oh,
I have, dude. I have an.
And when you're like,
you want to talk like. Hang on, I got
something. And there it leaves. Wow, there's these crazy white splotches. It's like, pew.
Well, I have.
Yes, Mellow. Sword and Shield was a great game. Games. Gamers.
There's dirt on this thing, dude.
Because you're dirty.
But you know, that's a PS1 dual. Like, what do they call a dual?
DualShock.
Shock. Yeah, I don't know why I was going to say Dual Sense.
Because the new one's a Dual Sense.
But remember when this controller didn't have these joysticks on it?
Where is my Dual Sense?
And I'll tell you, man, these joysticks actually feel pretty legit. They feel pretty good, man.
You know what? I don't know how many well, you know me. By now you should know controllers. Yeah. I have a ton. And to be honest, I never really liked the PlayStation controllers because I thought they weren't as comfortable as like the Xbox or the Nintendo. They weren't as ergonomic. When Xbox
came out, those things were not the big guy. What did they call the big guy?
The Duke.
The Duke. Yeah. I'm out kind of looking for one.
We called it the hamburger back in the day when I worked at GameStop, before it actually had that name.
But when they
switched, hamburger, because it was huge.
Yeah, it was massive. But when they adjusted that size of the controller, I was like, this is by far
controller
the most superior.
Yep. Yeah.
But now PlayStation's new controller. The PS5.
This is the best controller.
The best controller.
This is a great controller. Don't get me wrong, but they really didn't change anything from the Xbox One to the Series X. They just made a worse D-pad.
Yeah.
And this one just made everything better.
Like
I've customized this. So
they really did for $70. The price point's like perfect for what you get.
Yeah, you know what? Mello says the Xbox 360 controller is the best controller of all time. In terms of in-hand feel, I agree. It was the most comfortable. But the wired one I thought was a bit better because it didn't have the battery pack on the back. So if you have larger hands like myself, you didn't have to worry about the battery pack on the back. And it was just, and yeah, that's why I'm looking forward to that Hyperkin Xenon, which is a re-release of the 360 controller for a Series X. That's going to be epic. That's going to be my controller. That's going to be my day-to-day. It's wired because Microsoft doesn't license their wireless tech.
Yeah, I mean, I still game with my Xbox One controller, and I love it. But if I'm
technically
on my
this is Xbox One. This is the Elite Series 1. The Elite Series 2 I have in the game room, and I bought this freaking white one after I already had the black one, and now they announced the red and blue. I'm like, really? Red? Really?
And you know what? The red looks really nice.
It's red, black, and white. Come on. I mean,
yeah, it looks really good. So that's another controller you have to get.
I don't know. $139. I don't think so. Just because and the whole controller isn't changed. It's just the front. So I don't know. I'll think about that. I might just spend the extra money and do the design lab one later on that has the it basically looks like the channel colors, or maybe even red, white, and blue.
Yeah, you know,
Like
I
a
have an
base
Xbox
controller.
I have an Xbox One that I did the color variations for Portal. So it's like gray, orange, and white. And then I have, you know, click to enlarge etched on, not etched, but like printed on the bottom of it. And like the buttons are grayed out. It's like it's my Portal 2 controller. I don't know. I have all my collectibles sitting here in boxes still. Because
like I did the same thing. I did a custom one. Mine was orange, blue, orange, and white. I don't know why. And it has my gamer tag on it. I don't know why I chose orange. I guess because
orange
I
is
was
great.
thinking of getting a orange Camaro at the time, but I ended up getting a black one. Whatever.
Blue and orange is complementary colors, so they go together very, very well.
Right, and it felt really it. If I did it the opposite way, it would have felt Dragon Ballish.
That too,
but
yeah,
I did it the opposite. I don't know why. I just felt I was like, it took me months to pull the trigger on that because I didn't know what colors I was going to get, and once I decided, So it's still on display in my game room. Master Chief is holding it on my Halo display. One of my Halo displays. The one where I have the Halo decanter.
Nice.
Did I send you a picture of that? The Halo decanter.
Yep. Yep. That looked like
my wife got it for me for Christmas. It was epic. It blew my mind.
Definitely not a cheap purchase, I would say.
I don't know. I didn't want to look it up because I don't want to be disrespectful. I was like, I don't care. It was epic. Yeah. And inside I have my blackened whiskey, the Metallica whiskey. Yeah.
Nice. I want to try the Dr. Disrespect whiskey. He's got his.
So that is real.
It is. And it's not cheap. And it's getting like averagely good reviews. Like
when you say not cheap.
Well, it's sold out, and I think it's like a $60 to $80 bottle, I think. Maybe more.
Okay, 60 is okay, but it has to be good. For 60, 80, the difference between the taste and the quality of a 60 and an $80 whiskey is not much.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I'm like, the Metallica, the blackened whiskey, well, last time I bought it was $45 for a bottle. And I've had a total of 3 bottles since it's come out, and I still have some left, but I use it. I drink it sparingly. I don't drink like I used to. So, but it's a fantastic whiskey. When my friend comes up, I don't know if you've seen him on the channel. Lich, he's in my intro and stuff like that. We'll probably have a glass, but that's about it. And then what do you call it? That's right. I got MegaCon this weekend. Should I live stream for MegaCon or just make a video?
That's up to you, dude. There's Comic-Con this weekend, and I'm not going for the first time in C2E2. I'm not going for the first time in like 10 years.
Wow, that's nuts.
And there's a lot of talent that's going to be there. A lot of talent.
See, that's funny because MegaCon, there's people that I'm like, why are you inviting them?
Dude,
but hey, you know,
Chris Evans is going to be there this weekend. Captain America.
Well, we got Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Chris, really?
And then we also have brain fart. Ahsoka. She plays Ahsoka. What's her name? Rosario Dawson.
Oh, really?
There's a lot of Star Wars people on this one, and I'm like, but last year we spent I would say we spent maybe more than 200. I can't remember, but we got photos with Ralph Macchio and William Zepka. We took my wife and I took a picture with the two of them. Mm-hmm. I took a picture with Gina Carano, and she took a picture with I don't know his name in real life. It's Crowley from Supernatural.
I saw a picture. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you have a nice lineup. I know
Moff Gideon. Yeah, that's right. We got Moff Gideon. So that's right. Mello says we got Moff Gideon. Yeah, he's going to be there too. There's a lot of Star Wars people going to be there. So I was like, if there was one where I could take a picture with all of them, but it would be stupidly expensive, and we talked about that. So I decided this year to lay off the photos and then just enjoy it, because I'm going Thursday and I'm going Saturday, and both groups of people that I'm going with have never been to MegaCon before, or a con in general.
That'll be fun. I mean, I know last C2E2 we went to, we got a hotel and everything. It was amazing. We spent a lot of money. I spent a ton of money. I just don't have it in me this year.
I spent a lot. Now I'm like hardcore on a budget this year, because last year we went with, all right, we're going one day, we're only going to spend $500. I was like, really? That's what we're budgeting? And I was like, yeah, I don't even think we'll spend that much. That's what I told her. Shoot, I'm not even going to tell you what we spent. It was stupid. Stupid. Yeah, Mello, go ahead, prepare your wallet. That's what we're all doing. So yeah, and I always buy retro games there. There's always a couple of stands. Now the thing is, I'm only going to hit certain games. I'm not going to go like I did, and I only buy imports from there or Switch games. So sometimes, and they have these boxes, these themed boxes that it's like, last year I got Resident Evil and had all kinds of Resident Evil stuff in there.
That's cool.
I think the year before I got Ninja Turtles.
One C2E2 year, I got Conker's Bad Fur Day, just the cartridge, for $75, which I don't think that's a bad deal.
Nowadays, no, because it runs up to around 100.
That's without a box.
Yeah, I bought Mystical Ninja starring Goemon for $50.
I love that game.
That's over $100 now.
I miss that game.
And I
loved that game when it came out
3-4 years ago. You know, I never owned it, but I rented it from Blockbuster, and the theme song stuck in my head for 20 plus years. And then once I was able to find it, I'm like, mine. I don't care. It's mine.
There's the Goemon for the Super Nintendo.
Yep.
And the box art was amazing. And I said to myself, I need this. I need this in my life. And I bought it for $40 or $50, dude. And it's worth more than that now.
See, I honestly don't have it.
Complete in box. What do you call? I call them Sibs.
Oh,
Sibs. Complete in box.
I just found out that one of the guys I'm going with Thursday, who's never been, is in his name in the chat is Mello. I didn't know who that was.
Oh, that's funny.
So I'm taking him for his first con experience.
That's great. Prepare that wallet. It's not cheap. I mean, beers are like $15 at the con. They're like, if you buy a mug.
No. That's the thing, that you do it the smart way. The good thing is MegaCon is sponsored by Dragon's Milk. So they have a stand there, and it's much cheaper than buying a Bud Light or something like that. One of the big ones in the can, you just buy that, you get a cup, and it's like $6 or $7, where normally one would be like 15. So hopefully it's not that expensive. Hopefully it's the same price as last year. But yeah, I think I got 2 of them last year I think I paid $9 with tip, because I still tip them too. But still, that's the cheapest beer you can get. Otherwise, you're getting
so cheap.
piss water for $11.
Yeah.
So, but hey, it is what it is. And I plan on enjoying every bit of it, and I'm going to see what they have this year. I am going to be a lot pickier at what I buy. Oh yeah,
it'll be interesting.
And you've never had Dragon's Milk? No, you haven't. I'm going to let you try it. There's, I think, 3 different kinds now. My local ale house. Do you guys have Miller's Ale House up there?
There's a Miller's brewing place in Milwaukee.
No, it's a place that started down here in Florida called Miller's Ale House.
No.
And I know they started expanding out of Florida. I didn't know if they had gotten up there yet, but it's a bar with food, whatever. It's all right. But they actually have one of the Dragon's Milk on tap, which is rare, because I think there's maybe 3 or I think there's now 4 different Dragon's Milk. One is a I want to say it's a lager. The other one, I don't know what this other one is. Saison maybe, and then another one's a red, and their first one was a stout. And I prefer the stout's my favorite, but it's 11%. 11.5%.
Ooh.
So yeah,
So that'll get you nice and toasty.
Their lowest ABV one I think is 5.5, 7, between 5.5 or 5.7, something like that.
You start getting up to the 11%, and you're just like, oof.
Well, that used to be my standard one. That used to be my standard beer that I would drink, and it would take about 4 of them for me to start feeling anything.
There was a
nowadays I don't drink, so 2 of them, and I'm feeling good.
There was a quadruple sec or quadruple ale. I forgot what it was called, and had like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde face on it. And I
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, dude, I keep forgetting what the name of it, but I would drink one of those and then have like a Bud Light. I'm like, holy crap, like this is heavy.
I would drink the Dragon's Milk once I found out about that. Before that, I had Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale, which is there's a red ale and then there's a stout, and they're 12%, 11, 12%.
Heavy.
So they're strong. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's funny how we started talking about Zelda. I realized
alcohol.
Yeah, it's funny. I realized once we stopped talking about Zelda, our viewer count dropped. It's like, all right, they're done. Now they're just rambling. Yeah. they're talking about beer. But we've almost hit an hour.
Yeah, we almost did an hour. Are there any games that you are going to be playing during or after Breath of the Wild?
After I finish Breath of the Wild, I should have Star Wars Jedi Survivor in my hands, because then it'll be I'm trying to play that. I just beat WWE 2K23 My Rise mode, which is the story mode. So I was like, oh yeah, there's my GM and the other modes, which I just don't care about. I'm not one of those that likes to just sit back and play in menus, and my universe and my GM are menu based ones. And I'm like, nah, I'm okay. So I beat that one. And right before that, I finished Hogwarts Legacy. So what I'm doing is I'm not starting a game unless I'm going to finish it.
Smart man, smarter than I am.
This is my first year I've ever done that. So I'm finishing Breath of the Wild, and then I'm going to get Star Wars, going to finish that. And then after that, I realized I ended up paying off 6 games that come out in June. I think one of them is in April, 2 of them are in April, 4 of them are in June.
Oh, wow.
We got Street Fighter. We got, what do you call it? It's going to take forever. Diablo. By the way, if you're going to get it on PlayStation. It looks so much better than it does on Xbox. And I know this sounds petty. The hair looks awful on the Series S, and it looks a little better on the Series X, but looks much better on the PlayStation.
I'm running
that bothers me so much.
I'm running a 2070 Super, and I ran the game fairly high at 2K resolution and everything fairly high, and I was getting good frame rate, but their hair looked.
Yeah, it feels like it doesn't feel like it should be on PlayStation 5 and Series X. This feels like a PS4, Xbox One game.
Oh yeah,
a late life, maybe 2018, 2019.
I enjoyed the beta. I got to level 16. I didn't reach 20.
I only got to level 8.
Yeah. What character class did you end up picking?
Barbarian, because they didn't have my Paladin, or I say Paladin. I know some people are like, it's Paladin, whatever.
Paladin. That's cool, Paladin. Man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, look who decided to show up in the chat.
Miami Geeks. What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by.
He's been a little MIA lately. Dun dun. Get it, Miami. MIA. Yeah, he's been a little MIA lately. So, but we're hoping that our next big podcast for Ready to Start. You guys looking forward to that? I hope everybody in the chat is looking forward to the next episode, which has RGT85 in it.
That's going to be amazing.
And that is going to be amazing. So it's me, you, Miami Geeks down there, Punisher 305. Josie changed her name. Josie Woe, she changed her name.
So that's what it is now.
Her full
Josie
name
Woah?
to WOAH, and girl got 1,000 subscribers in 1 week since being on our podcast.
That's something else, man.
Because of us, RGT85 noticed her, and I was like, hey, great. That's why I created the podcast, to help everybody else. And maybe I should try to help myself too. But hey, that's why I went after RGT85. That's why I got him. But like I said, I'm also, I don't know if I told you, I'm trying to get Drunk 3PO. I'm gonna see if I can talk to him at MegaCon, try to get him on the cast.
Nice.
So I think once we have RGT85 on there, we might have a little more clout to pull other people. So.
Yeah, I think it's great. I look forward to talking with them and having Punisher there as well. I think it'll be a cool podcast, man, for sure.
I think with enough dedication, we can make this thing last, make it a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just enjoying just hanging out tonight, just doing a regular thing, not necessarily the ready to start.
The thing is, a lot of people have asked me over the last year, because I didn't stream at all last year. Mm-hmm. Last year was just a crazy year. I think from the time that I streamed, we did the first podcast to the last time I streamed was almost exactly a year, like 13 months, something like that. So I was like, all right, let me give in, start streaming again, because YouTube loves streaming too.
Mm-hmm.
So and they've been pushing the live streams. Weird. It's funny. They don't just show the live stream after it's been aired. They'll still show it too.
As though the channel is still live.
Right. Well, not live, but like, hey, look, you missed this live stream. Do you want to watch it? And our last episode doubled in views after we viewed it. After we ended, it doubled in views in 1 week. So.
No, I think that's great.
I'll really be shocked excited to even talk. What do you mean? I think I'll be. Oh, he's saying because he's going to be starstruck by RGT85.
Do we have a topic? What are we discussing?
Yes. The only reason I haven't chosen a topic yet, because things evolve so quickly in the gaming industry and the news. I have a feeling Zelda is going to be a topic. Mm-hmm. And whatever's going to happen right before that, I'm going to pick 3 major ones, like I always do, 3 major topics. So I might do in the future is talk about what's topical, and then maybe once a month, depending on how big it gets, going to put out a poll and let people, or a community post, and let people comment what they want us to talk about. Mm-hmm. So
I think that's a great way to set that up.
So, but most of the time it'll be, hey, like I would like to do it more often, but I think once a week is going to be solid for all of us, because I was thinking once every 2 weeks, but I think once a week is good. I'm now that after we're doing this, I think once a week is the best thing for growth in YouTube and the way it picks it up and stuff like that. And then these random ones throughout the week, maybe we can get Punisher in here on a random one throughout the week too. But he decided to go MIA. I'm not going to let that go. I'm not going to let that go.
Miami says he thinks he might even behave. Oh, wow.
As long as you watch the language, because I've noticed all the big guys understand the language thing. But have you watched the Spawncast lately?
I watched
an
like
F-bomb gets dropped.
15-20 minutes. I thought I did hear an F-bomb last time.
Yeah. Yes. I'm like, as long as it's not like the first. I really like Joey. I like Ninja Turtles. God bless his heart. But man,
when he drops some of those words, I'm like, no, Joe, no. Bad idea.
Because a little one here and there, but he just went
yeah.
I'm like, F's in the chat.
Oh man.
Like, oh
no.
Yeah, right. And it honestly, the live streaming aspect is much better when we do it like this than compared to that when we pre-recorded the podcast. We're not big enough to get a pre-recorded podcast out there like that.
Yeah. But eventually, I hope so.
Yeah. Now, I have had people ask me, are we going to put it up on Spotify? But I don't know how that works. So I was like,
I don't know how that works either. I don't know if we have to like how I don't know if it's as easy as just making a special account, or if with Spotify you have to like do special registration or something. I don't know. I'm completely oblivious and ignorant towards putting anything on Spotify.
I got an idea. Why don't I send Punisher the link? Do you want to get into the stream right now? I'm talking to you in the chat. Do you want to jump into the stream? I'll email you the link to get in here if you want to just BS and get in here. We've been talking for an hour now. I could go on for another hour if Nick, are you fine with that? I don't care.
I could probably go on for about, I'd say another 20 minutes.
Oh, another 20 minutes?
I could do like 20.
Okay, because if he wants to get in here, I could send you the link now, and then you can just jump and go, okay. But if not, then I don't know what that means. It's easy. I've done it before. Are you talking to us?
Oh, to behave. I think he means to behave.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's in the
Oh, he's in the shower. Oh boy.
Nice. Are you on your phone in the shower?
I'm flattered.
Thank you. Just don't send any pics. No, thank you. Well, he he still hasn't accepted the Discord invite.
Oh, wow.
So that's one thing I decided now that we've started the Discord for the few people that are still in here, or who will be watching, maybe be watching this live stream later on. I think I'm going to add a perk to the channel. Membership will get you a Discord invite, and then they'll be able to talk with us whenever they want.
That's cool.
So, but I'm going to wait till the podcast gets a little older. We get a few more under our belt, and then use that as part of what do you call as membership. And one thing I might do later on is do membership live streams like this, where it might be once a week, where I'll just live stream with you or whoever wants, and that'll be just for the members later on. But
that'd be fun. That'd be
things we're talking about in the future.
That'd be really cool.
So
I'm totally game for that.
Okay, let me send him. Let me send him the invite, because I'm going to. It says, "OMG, I didn't see it. I'll accept it ASAP." So make sure you're just wearing clothes, so because we don't want that. Let me make sure. What are you seeing on my screen? Just my camera still?
I just see you.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
We don't want a situation where we see who you are subscribed to at the OF accounts genre of things.
Wow.
We don't need a
I'm not
like
you.
That.
I'm married.
I want to let it
need
slip,
that.
and maybe it could be controversy. That might work.
I don't need that. I'm married. I'm good. I am good, sir.
That's what they say.
Who is they? Who are these people? They need
the
to find
internet,
the right
man.
woman. Screw the internet.
Are you sending him the invite, or?
Yeah, I'm trying to find out what his. Okay, that's right. I couldn't remember what his email was, and I'm like, what letter did it start with?
Oh, also, did you? Well, no. There's only a few people in the Red Bandana Gaming Discord.
Well, right now it's a private Discord. Or is it private?
Yeah, it's a private. Never mind. I was like, because I'm used to like posting. I should have actually posted this. And
should we call him his real name, or should we call him Pun Pun? I think calling him Pun Pun is
Pun Pun.
If I will call him Pun Pun. It sounds Japanese almost.
It does.
Okay, good sir. It is sent. Accept it. Get in here. Only fat. His my OF is only fat. Wow. Only fans or only fats?
Only toes.
I don't understand that.
All right. All right. I don't want this conversation to get too weird. Anyways. Anyways.
It's gonna spiral down, and then
YouTube's
gonna be like
spiral down and
shadow ban again.
Yeah. What are they talking about?
Oh, that first podcast got so shadow banned.
Oh, it sucks.
Like even the keywords, like I tried to find it, you couldn't. Even using all those keywords, I went back and added more, and no, they're like, no. And I was like, okay, I see what you did there. Fine. So
yeah,
I just realized it's red wave at the bottom.
Red wave. Oh man. Whoops.
Hey, we're Red Bandana Gaming.
Yeah, or you could say it's a red bandana.
It's a flowing red bandana. You see, I have one here. People have asked me, they're like, why don't you wear a red bandana? Because I used to when I first started the channel, but it's hot. Hey, look who's here. But I'm not putting him in until he puts on his camera. And I hope he's wearing a shirt. He better be wearing clothes. I don't think he's wearing clothes. That's why he hasn't turned on his camera. Sorry, you can't be in here without a camera. Yeah. People want to see your mug.
Just like a static picture instead.
And it's funny because this I might add edit the title card afterwards to put his little icon really tiny there because he came in so late. So it's like, and he's going to be behind ours. See, yeah, I was talking to him the other night, and I'm like, yeah, he just disappeared on me. I'm like, fine, bro. I'll talk to Nick. I'll just talk to Nick.
Dude, yeah, I'm always down. Because I mean, we have a couple. We can really just do a lot of. Oh, there he is.
I don't want that. Where's your ugly mug? I guess he's saying.
You never see my ugly mug.
Oh, he's probably naked. That's why.
Yeah, I'm shaving and stuff, man.
Oh, wow, so he literally came in here. He was like, but
that's
at least
talent.
I do my best work in the shower.
I'm sure you do. We're not that type of podcast.
Oh man,
this is what you guys needed. You guys need a little of this pepper.
Is that what you're calling it these days?
Boom-chi.
Hey Punisher, have you seen the Zelda stuff? The new Tears of the Kingdom?
I only saw very little of it, but I thought it was pretty interesting, especially the whole thing with the fans that they were using on the boat, and that you could use it to fly, hover, and a bunch of other things there. I thought it was pretty interesting.
Roblox for Zelda?
Yeah. Or
maybe Roblox isn't the best example.
Nah, more like Legos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, but honestly, it was pretty interesting. I cannot deny it. But I don't know. I just saw a little bit of it because it got a little hectic at work. But overall, I thought it was pretty cool. It wasn't too bad. I was just hoping to hear something about a new Switch Pro or something, but
that wasn't going to happen. We knew it. And did you see Woodhawker beat 'em ups apparently got the Switch OLED, the Zelda Switch, before anybody else, and published the video for the unboxing today?
And what happened with it?
I don't know. I watched the video. So wow. I don't know if it's still up. He edited it really weird afterwards, and he even said he's like, yeah, he didn't know if he should get this. He even explained how he got it, and then edited over that because he didn't want to get in trouble. And I get it. The Nintendo ninjas would have been after him.
Oh yeah,
big
for
time.
Getting that over a month early. Because no, wait, it's a month early today. 4 weeks, and then he said, like, he even showed the firmware for the I guess the initial update for it was done in June of 2022 when it was originally supposed to come out.
Oh, wow.
So they've been sitting on these units for a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about slapping the face, huh?
Well, I wonder if they're just trying to get production higher, more production. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. For that guy who put it out there, I'm not sure that was maybe a publicity move, maybe to get more people to talk about the Nintendo, like the whole Zelda Switch or whatnot. But
the thing is, people are going to be talking about it anyway.
I don't know, regardless, yeah.
So I don't know how he got it. And I watched the whole video and I'm like, yeah, I know I'm going to get the Switch because I hate the Pokemon one. I really do. Because that purple and that orange. At first I was like, oh, it looks so cool. Before I realized I really don't like Scarlet and Violet. I really don't like it. So now it's rubbed me the wrong way and I hate those colors.
Why don't you just sell it then?
I might.
Sell it and put it towards
it's got my Animal Crossing save on it, so I need to get another one before. Otherwise, I have to transfer it to an old Switch, and it's a pain in the butt. You can only do the Animal Crossing transfer every so many weeks or something like that, and it's
dude. I gotta take you on an Animal Crossing expose on my island.
We should do that. I haven't done an Animal Crossing video in like 2 years.
Dude,
I love Animal Crossing.
I was showing my friend's daughter, like it took like a half an hour. There's so much stuff that I put on my island.
That's my wife's island. Hers is ridiculous compared to mine.
I have a special rose garden on the east side. I have little villas for each of the villagers. Like there's a east and a west side. There's a special flower garden.
I have kaiju.
I have him, but I don't know where I would. I had him out, but I don't know. I used to have a DJ.
Mine welcome you. Mine welcome you to my island. I have a mecha and I have a kaiju. So it looks like Godzilla versus the Megazord. Yeah, right in the front. And then I have thwomps that hit if you walk. So as soon as you come down, like right around you.
I'm gonna have to check it out. But like I have a pet store. Like I have so much stuff, dude. And my basement of my house is the Ninja Turtle den, like, and it looks pretty legit.
You have a basement?
Yeah, you
live up in the places where they can have basements.
Well, no,
they have to build up the ground in order to have a basement.
No, but I'm saying in the game. I'm saying in the game I made like a Ninja Turtle
in the game.
Yeah. An Animal Crossing.
See, I have a game room, and then a underneath I forget what the room underneath is, but at the top it's a sci-fi arcade game room.
I do have a basement here that's incomplete though.
And then I have my living room's all Mario Brothers. So
you've seen what my living room looks like with my artwork and paper craft, and then some gaming stuff under the TV. I try to keep it pretty clean over here. Like,
are we talking about Animal Crossing or back to the?
Okay, now I'm talking about my real house. Okay. I'm talking about my real house now. Oh boy.
Yeah, my real house is a nerd den. You guys see my office and my game room on all my videos. My living room, I have my wife and I have Marvel and DC statues all over. I have a wall that's all Star Wars, a wall that's all Captain America. So we've got all kinds.
Has a good question. Do you think the Nintendo next console will be another hybrid, or will they return to home?
Because
it's definitely going to be a hybrid.
They're between making two consoles like they used to, one handheld, one TV that would a home console. They're not going to do that anymore. It just makes too much money. It makes development simpler. Now you only have to make one version of a game instead of two. So I think they're going to stick with it. It's way.
Yeah, I think that they're just going to stick to the whole gaming on the go type of vibe. You know, if they go back to home gaming, they better bring something into that pot that's going to make it worth wanting.
Like the only thing I was going to say, like if the next Nintendo console is a home console, the Switch is going to be continued as the Switch Lite will be continued as the portable console.
Here's my question. How come Nintendo doesn't do achievements in their games?
That's one thing I've always been asking. Certain games do it in the game.
Sparks of Hope will do it, but you have to log into your Ubisoft account.
Yep.
And then it links that to your Ubisoft, and you'll get like a few pop-ups here and there.
Yeah, there was one game I was playing the other day that had it. I think it was one of the Ninja Turtles one, and they have like in-game achievements. I'm like, oh, that's cool, but who cares? I like the universal achievement thing.
Yeah, it doesn't go onto the profile, or it can't be shared to show everybody how big of a geek you are.
I probably think if they don't want to do a trophy system or something like Xbox and PlayStation, they'll probably try to keep it like just focus on the game, enjoy the game. Don't make it look like, oh, I gotta kill 5 Goombas in 5 seconds, and then you get.
I agree with that because there was a point in time where I was so addicted to achievements on Xbox. Yeah. I was playing games just to get the achievements. I didn't care about the game. I would skip things, ignore, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to hit 10,000 gamer score. I'm going to hit 20,000. And I was like, whoa. And last generation, I really pulled back from that.
Yeah. I mean, that's technically it. That's the only thing I could think about. Because since they're so family orientated, I don't think they want nothing that has to do with the competition, unless you're playing Mario Kart or stuff like that. They could just, goof around there.
But Mario Kart is like the #1 selling game of the last 2 generations or something. It sold so many stupid how many copies a remake of a Wii U game has been. That's why there's no Mario Kart 9. It's outsold like everything. It doesn't.
They did what Ninja Turtles and I said that they should do before they even announced DLC. He and I agreed one night, like they don't even need to make they don't need to make a Mario Kart 9. Just give us new courses, and lo and behold,
and people will pay. And it's more the DLC. If you don't have a Nintendo Switch Online, if you're buying them individually, is more than a new game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and people do it, and they did. I have Nintendo Switch Online, so I'm constantly downloading and playing the new tracks, but I haven't done Pack 4. I haven't done Pack 4 yet.
It's great. Yoshi's Island's fun. It's a good one. But on that note, I am going to have to dip out on you guys.
Oh, but it's only 10:26. No, wait, it's 9:26 your time, right?
Yes, 9:26 my time.
Yeah. What? You're going to bed early?
I would like to eventually.
Didn't you say you took like 6 naps today?
6 naps?
Took 2 naps today. Yeah.
How long were the naps?
When you're unemployed? About half hour each.
Okay. I took a nap that was 2 hours.
Yeah,
so
that's a good one.
I just combined it. 1 2-hour nap. It sounds like you're in a fishbowl.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't really like you guys in your naps.
Well, work from home, bro.
Yeah.
I can't.
Who actually leaves their house anymore?
Yeah, I know.
So don't like you.
Kind of lame.
Oh yeah, you both on my hit list. Putting it down now.
I get it. Punisher hit list. I see what you did there.
I see what I did there.
He didn't even realize he did that.
No, I didn't. I was actually grabbing the towel. I'm saying all those words.
I don't want to know what you're doing with that towel.
No, don't worry. We'll save it for the only fat club.
Yeah, wait. You know what? We should do that. We should do an after hours for members only. Hey, there's so many things we can do for members only.
What are you doing? I'm flossing my teeth.
Well, speaking of that, I can. Well, let me not get into that. I did just have my surgery and everything went swimmingly. Now my teeth look a million times better.
That's good. I'm glad it worked out.
And I'm not dead. I was afraid I was going to die.
I'm glad you're okay, dude.
It's fun when they put you under.
I found out that if I let it go, it could have killed me. I didn't know that disease could cause so many problems. So
that's terrifying.
Yeah, it is.
It's absolutely terrifying.
I was anxiety up the wazoo.
Yeah.
And now I think I feel a lot better. I still have, they had to put this thing in my mouth to keep my jaw open while I was under. And so my jaw hurt.
oh boy. Look at that. There he is. Ladies and
Shadow
gentlemen.
Man.
There he
Shadow
is.
Man.
I don't like this.
That's one way to end the stream. I don't think we can beat that. So
No,
not even my surgery story. We can't beat that. Wow, at least he didn't show any nips.
No. You don't get none of those. How dare you?
Members only section.
members only.
I gotta look into that. People, even YouTube keeps recommending. They're like members only, members only. I'm like, oh, okay,
members only. Yes,
do a member section. Do a member section.
Chubby checkers.
Your what?
My chubby checkers. If we're doing the only fat, we have to have the little chubby checkers. That's what I'm gonna call them. The little chubby checkers.
Okay.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
Risky's just saying. Yeah, that was that. The guy who got that OLED early was beat 'em ups. That was Woodhawker. Yeah. So that guy. But all right, since Nick here has to go to bed early, I'm saying he's got to go to bed. Are you probably going to stream on your own right now,
no,
or
not tonight? No, not tonight.
Okay,
I'll probably do some Five Nights at Freddy's tomorrow.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, because I got to finish that.
That is enjoyable watching you play that.
It's a fun game to play.
I bought. I think we have them all. My wife has them all. I can't remember if it's on PlayStation. If we got them on PlayStation or Switch, I think we got them on PlayStation. But she loves horror games like that. So,
they're fun.
Hey John, you're a little late. Hey John, how you doing? That's my buddy John down there. So, but right at the end of this stream. But at least Mr. Punisher here, Pun. That's what we're gonna call you. Your name is now Pun. You're Japanese. Oh my God.
Pun. Is that what we're going for?
I didn't say it.
Okay,
dude.
I kind of like it.
I think I can see your nipple.
I think he's wearing what's called a toga.
Toga. Now I wonder, because I haven't watched all of his older streams. I'm wondering, have you ever done one of your streams or your casts with no shirt on? Because apparently that's a popular thing these days.
Actually, no, I haven't. I have done my Instagram one time that I just got on and just talked in the shower. Of course, eye level. But I was just there, hey, what's up, guys? And then just there scrubbing my hair and just talking.
Because what was it? I think it was Camelot 331 the other night did a cast, the Camel cast with Quarter Black Garrett, and at the end when they did the drinks, they were just completely shirtless, and I'm like, oh my God, why am I? Oh my God! And then they're just downing it. I forget what the muscle milk or whatever they were calling it, but it's milk with raw eggs in it, like 4 raw eggs, and they just had to chug it, and I went,
Nope.
Yeah, no,
makes me not want to go on the podcast.
Sounds like instant Hershey.
But if he invited me, I would go. So, but yeah, we're RGT85. RGT85. This guy is like, we can't see it, but we know what's going on down there. Yes. As soon as we said RGT85.
The thing is, I'm pretty much going to be a little starstruck, but I'm going to be more shy because I don't know the guy personally, so he doesn't know me. So I'm going to be like, kind of like, hi, my name is Punisher. You're from Miami Geeks. Hi. And then all of a sudden, in the 30-minute round, when I'm already warmed up, hey, RGT, what's going on, bro? Hey, just kind of go off.
And then he's going to pull off his shirt and go, hey, and then do,
and then nobody's ever going to come on the podcast.
He's going to do the truffle shuffle.
That is maybe right, but that's not the
Or he's going to do, what was that from? Where he pulls up his shirt and go, oh, like that.
Oh, you're talking about from not Little Nicky. Oh my God, the Water Boy.
Yes.
Just be like,
it was. I remember it was from Adam Sandler.
Yeah, to be like, Boucher,
Baby Boucher. But all right, with that being said, and Mr. Naked down there, thank you guys, everybody, for joining us tonight. Everyone who's gone in and out and whatnot, if you're watching this later, and glad he can finally make it. And then make sure you guys tune in, because I think I'm going to do a live stream from the con. I might do a short, like a half an hour live stream.
You should try it.
So I'm going to see how it goes, but I'm going to be doing it on my phone. So thank God I have a good phone. And we'll see how it goes there. And then after that, the week after, episode 3 of Ready to Start with RGT85.
But I'm being boom.
And then we'll see who I got to worry about scheduling the next guest. So I know we got 3 other people lined up that said yes. So we'll go from there. But
Great.
thank you guys so much. I didn't expect all 3. All 3 of us to be. And yeah, it's so distracting. It makes me. I'm going to turn off your camera. No, I'm not.
No, you're not. You don't have to watch this.
Remember, this is immortalized on the internet forever.
It's on here
Yeah.
forever now.
And I'm proud of it.
I hope you are. So anybody who's watching this later on and is staying until the end, you get a special free little show that would normally be members only.
You do me. I do me.
Oh God.
Somebody got it.
Good night, everybody. No. I'll end it here. I'll officially hit the end broadcast. Thank you guys. Remember, like we always say, be legendary.
Bruce.
Thanks again.